The gas and electric, just so high. I come when I can afford to. It's warm. I don't have to worry about keeping the heating on. And it's a nice group, it's friendly. I spend most of my time sitting in my bedroom. No telly, no nothing, just wrapped up underneath the quilt.
Come on,
I didn't
Sue.
mean to get...
No, it's all right. It's really hard, and it doesn't help when you haven't got your bills and everything paid.
It's my fault,
It's not your fault.
Something needs to be done because this is not life. It's
well,
not
this is a
living.
step that you're taking. You're taking a step now. You took that big step of coming here, Sue, when you forget how brave you were doing that.
It's not brave.
It is.
I'm a coward.
You're not. And we will get to the point where you love yourself again, okay?
I've never loved myself.
And it'll just be little baby steps.
I've never done
Well,
that.
you're funny and you're hilarious and you make me laugh.
Got to be to survive.
Yeah. All right? So don't apologise.
Always off.
We've been doing the whole warm hub thing for a long time. We're now seeing fuel poverty and uniform poverty and clothing poverty and hygiene poverty. But food and fuel poverty are the two main things.
They're having to choose between food and heating their homes.
Yeah.
I compromise with food. I've got to have the heating on. It's either that or I end up in Cramlington Hospital.
So we're doing a lot of advocacy, which I think should be done at root cause elsewhere by the public sector. It shouldn't be down to us. She's got mould in her property and considerable health issues, COPD as well as mental health. Oh, Sue, that sounds awful.
Tell us about trying living with it.
So we're just off to see one of our clients, Sue. We don't normally do visits as we're doing today, only in really extreme circumstances. But I do need to see Sue's property and what she's going through. So many of our clients, particularly 45, 50 plus, have COPD. So COPD and asthma are really, really common in our area. And I think that is down to the health inequalities within poverty. Hello, Petal. Oh, you all wrapped up? Right, where would you like us? Where would you like us? You're not happy about that, are you? Hello? Well, your chest sounds awful, Sue.
It's weird because I just noticed yesterday when I was at the group I wasn't as bad. Then as soon as I got back home within an hour, I was ill with it, wheezing. So...
And is it like this all the time then, the wheezing?
Yeah, it has been since the bad weather started. Oh, hey, I tell you. Come here.
It looks like Gizmo, doesn't he?
He's naughty. I'm frightened to use the heat, but I've got no option. Only time I turned off is when I go in my bedroom. I used to think people were exaggerating, and now I know they're not. No, all right the way along here. You get these water bubbles to show it that, because I used to think it was just me imagining it, but no water bubbles comes in.
There's mould there as well, isn't there? Can you see mould on the other side?
Probably.
Sue, your breathing's horrendous. What's happened with the council and everything, Sue?
They're saying it's not damp, but seriously, water's coming in from outside.
Yeah.
I don't think it was checked thoroughly before I moved in.
You're coming to the group. I'll sort some milk out and stuff, okay? All right?
Yeah.
Where's the horn?
That is the shitest
Look,
horn.
it's even got lights and indicators.
Bloody mother. Right. want to make sure everyone's got a winter coat to let it warm. Everyone has shoes.
Basically sorting all the women's out into sizes. To save money, I come down here during the day.
And you're on a prepayment meter?
I am, yeah. I put about 120 on me gas, and it's £30 on me electric a fortnight.
Every fortnight?
Every fortnight, and even then sometimes I'll run low on the gas. I'll get the odd food parcel or like the fair share and stuff like that, just to top my cupboards up, just to make ends meet. I had to pack in work because of my illnesses. The COPD, and I've got peripheral nerve damage in my left leg and back problems, and I've got like skin cancer and Bowen's disease. So I've got a lot going on medically, and they won't employ us. Nobody's going to employ somebody that's at the hospital at least 3 times a week, do you know what I mean? So here gives me some self-worth.
There's a bag, Jules. Thank you. No bother, mate. Sue, who we saw in Burridon on Tuesdays, contacted us because she's found further mould, and it's quite significant. So that's her bedroom. And that's she's sleeping in that. But she was saying to us it's always worse in the bedroom. But there was black mould round the window. I know, bless her.
No wonder.
And no wonder she's a bit peed off as well.
Yeah.
Just ringing the council for Sue, Ashley. I have been in the property and it does smell of mould. Yeah. She's struggling with the prepayment meter as well, obviously, to afford to heat the house. Thank you. Bye. So that is the North Tyneside Council repairs service, and the earliest they can get someone out is the 17th of April.
And it's
That's
currently
just
the 20th of January.
20th of January, so she's waiting 4 months. She said since the little boy died, everyone is contacting them, and there's not the resources.
She shouldn't be living like that and paying full rent and council tax. It's not fair.
But look, we keep going, this is why we're doing it.
So we'll go for a walk and then we can come back and then we'll have breakfast ready for us and all that as well.
All right.
So I'm trying to get all the lads together, you know, so we'll all have our own rant.
All right, aye.
You know, which we need more of.
Aye, definitely.
My name's Earl, by the way.
Oh, I'm Graham. Hi,
Lovely to meet you.
I'm
I'll try not to forget you.
No bother.
What if I do? I blame the drugs.
No bother. Okay, take care.
So Earl has a load of lived experience, and he's joined us to inform us and help us develop our men's provision, haven't you, Earl?
Best way I can.
The men in our communities don't feel like they can tell you when they're not okay, and they struggle a lot with the pressures they have, so they suffer as much as our families do from it.
A lot of men won't come forward and ask for that help because of the male pride, the masculinity around it and that as well. I think it's not good to talk, or they can't talk. I think people think less of them.
One of the outcomes of this cost of living crisis on our communities is that we are seen as a charity. More people turning to us with mental health issues, addiction issues, and I would say the cost of living crisis today will be the mental health crisis of tomorrow. I once got a donation. Bless somebody lovely in the community who used to be an answer right, I'm not sure who I would put that in a package to, you know.
Bagfuls, sackfuls, rucksackfuls, anything.
I can see a lot of people struggling. There's more people coming in to get food parcels than there was. I think it's a big step for somebody to come in and say, I am struggling for my children, and because they think I'm letting my kids down as well. And they shouldn't feel like that, but you do, in the back of your head, you think, oh, well, because the cost of living, it's crazy. It has been amazing how many people are coming together and helping each other, it really has. But it helps you even with your mental health coming in here. Like sitting at home by yourself, it's not going to help you. Coming in here for a few hours, you'll go back happy.
Shopping for the week.
There's been a huge spike in requests for blankets, heaters, electric heaters that we've never seen before, because people are telling us their gas is burning so much money on a prepayment meter. Living in an atmosphere that's damp and cold and wet, and even just being cold has a huge impact on health. We cope because that is what we do, and that is what we've always done.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry, mate.
I'll deal with that.
But we are on the brink mentally, myself and Louise, of exhaustion. It's fine. It's fine. What would people do if they didn't have us? That's my worry, if they didn't have that safety net. And it's scary.